that type of turnout, which is what I
was there a consensus candidate during the mayor's race?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Everybody was in the hip pocket of the mayor.
Yes.
Let's go to Deanna Wilcoxon here with us. Deanna has a question or comment.
Good afternoon, Faintulay and Tracy and Sam.
Happy New Year.
This is a wonderful conversation to continue because the people in the 13th Congressional District are entitled to democracy, and there is no democracy unless there is a special election. As Tracy indicated, when Thaddeus McCotter stepped down, a special election was held, and it was not a special election in name only, which is what the governor is proposing. And I agree with you, Sam. Democracy is a commodity that we cannot place a price tag on. We are paying for the governor's defense in Flint when he deliberately, intentionally poisoned 103,000 people. So if we can pay for his defense, certainly we can pay for the perpetuation of democracy.
Excellent point. Excellent. Yes.
The last thing I wanted to indicate to you all is, in case you aren't aware, there is a Democracy Now! Rally this coming Thursday, that's the 18th, 5 p.m. in front of the Spirit of Detroit. We are amassing there to visually and verbally indicate to the nation that the 13th Congressional District is entitled to democracy now, not democracy delayed, which is no democracy at all.
Okay.
I think that's great. And if you could take that same enthusiasm to a meeting of the 13th Congressional District, get a couple of hundred people and turn that sucker out. No Robert's Rules of Order. Kick the desk over, Jonathan Kinloch, and turn that meeting out. The nation would notice that. But I'm with you, Sister Love. I'm with you, Sister Love. I'm with you.
Sam, are you trying to get Deanna to read the riot act?
Deanna is a strong sister. Deanna is a very strong sister, intellectually and all the way around.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm tuned into that. That's right.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Okay. Thanks, Deanna.
Take
Thanks
it
for
easy.
calling.
Okay.
All right. But so here's what's surprising for me, though. I think people like Ian Canyons and others would have announced by now, right? What are they waiting on?
Well, I think it's
what's
probably
the
imminent.
advantage here?
Well, first of all, the progressive money is going to be with Ian. But he needs more than money out of D.C. You know, he actually worked there from a youngster on. I mean, I have pictures of all of us, and he was literally a tyke almost. And he does know his way around Washington. He has worked. He in terms of his academic credentials, they're in place. He showed an ability to garner votes. And maybe there's just some nervousness about whether or not he on the ground could have competed against a Judge Mathis, for example, and the vast name ID he has. Greg is not running. I don't think he would feel as challenged by a Benny Napoleon as he would have a Greg Mathis. But again, I'm not sure that we've heard from all sides of the Conyers clan. I don't know what's going to happen out there. Sherry, Gay Donego, I always mess up her name. Diego. Yeah, she's an enthusiastic politician. She has a base of support. It would be interesting to see what would happen if she got in there.
Well, you know, it's
Mary
interesting.
Sheffield, if she got in, it would be interesting to see if her father could really get in the way enough to defeat her.
What about Brenda Jones?
I don't see her running. Do you?
Ooh.
Brenda Jones.
I think she may run.
As a matter of fact, I believe she will run. If you want to know my personal opinion, I think she's preyed on, and I think the Lord has tapped her on the shoulder.
Well, that'll be interesting to see. I mean, she is our council president again.
Look, she got the woman working with her that did Brenda Lawrence. Some woman from South Dakota somewhere. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how South Dakota does Detroit. I mean,
Chris has been here for a long time.
I know who she is, and I've been to South Dakota.
No, but she's been with Brenda since Brenda was mayor of Southfield. Chris has been around. She just
I understand that.
Right,
I understand a whole lot about that.
Right.
But the point I'm making is that I just find it very interesting that we can't grow political operatives in Detroit. She parachutes in South Dakota. I've done sales out in oil and gas.
So Brenda has prayed about it and gone to Bible study for it, and so she'll make an announcement.
Well, I think because of my relationship with the Lord, that the Lord has touched her on the shoulder. I don't know what the Lord has told her lately, but I believe the Lord touched on the shoulder.
But Sam, you're saying that because Judge Greg Mathis is not running, that will embolden other candidates.
Oh, no
to do-
question.
Yeah.
No question. If Greg Mathis had said, I'm running, boom, the field would have.
Dissipated.
Yeah.
Right.
But the rest of them, I don't think anyone's scared of anyone else. They were worried about Judge
I
Mathis.
think they were too.
But Judge Mathis is an investment in this community.
Right.
That Mathis Community Center, I've been over there for
He fund his own campaign.
Respect.
Matter of fact, I was over there with that Harvey Santana guy you're talking about. We were talking about nonviolence. He walked in packing with a gun in his hip band back there.
Really?
But yeah, for real. I took pictures. I got it on my camera now. But I don't care. I don't care. That's cool. He's cool, with that. I mean, this is Detroit, man. That's how people
Is he a
roll.
member of the NRA? Is that what this is?
I don't know. All
Right.
I know is that he does what he does, and it's a free country.
And he has
That's
a
right.
CPO.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Huh?
Well, I just think it's going to
Sweet
be
land of
a
liberty.
fascinating year.
Of DIC.
Yeah.
Fascinating year. I mean, the people of Michigan are going to be voting for a new governor. The 13th is going to be voting for representation. Attorney General, Secretary of State.
But the governor's thing, though, I mean, because here's the deal: if the top of the ticket goes down in flames, there's a likelihood. Democrats don't have a history here. There's a likelihood that everybody on that ticket may just slump.
Hey, speaking of that ticket slumping, what about the Attorney General's race? What's happening there?
Right. Well, I mean, it's kind of quiet.
I see Pat Miles's
Pat Miles is out there on
on
social media.
But yeah, I see his
But
stuff on
he
Facebook.
is really like a cold fish when it
What?
comes. He's a cold fish. I've been
No.
around. I'm telling you, my perception, being face to face with him, my brother and sister-in-law love him out of Grand Rapids, but I view him as a cold fish. I don't think he connects with people in a human manner very well.
Right.
This
But
woman,
you know what he does
this
connect
woman,
with?
Dana, what's her name? Dana
Nussel.
Nussel.
She showed up at the forum I participated in as a panelist yesterday at the University of Michigan Detroit Center. And it was significant. She sat through the whole forum, and the subject matter was protest.
Right.
And you had some of the street organizers in Detroit there, and it was a great forum. But I was impressed by the fact that she stayed for the whole event. She didn't try to get introduced or anything, yet everyone in there knew who she was because of how she burst onto the political scene.
Then you
I
have
saw
Bill Noakes,
Pat-
who's
Pat
also
Miles-
running for Attorney General.
Pat Miles was at the Freedom Ring Award ceremony yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
as well
him.
as Gretchen.
Mhm.
But that's a good point, though. Interesting to see.
But Pat Miles has a very organized campaign. Like I get his emails. It reminds me of
Jeb Bush had organized
It
campaign.
reminds me of the Obama campaign, and he went to school with Obama, with Barack Obama. Barack Obama might campaign for him. I don't know, but he reminds me of a young Barack Obama.
Not at all.
I think he's going to turn on the juice. You just wait and
Not
see.
at all.
We will see.
He has the personality of a carp. I mean, he does
that's
not have.
unfair,
No,
son.
I'm not here to be fair. I'm not fair. I'm not trying to win Facebook friends. Twitter followers.
I'm not either.
I met Pat Miles the first time face to face in Dearborn. I was emceeing the Arab American Civil Rights dinner, and we spoke briefly. But I think I can see what Sam is saying in terms of, because honestly, and this is just my candid assessment, he's a pleasant guy, but does he leave a lasting impression in you?
Well, check this out.
But let me say this, though. I mean, because if you're running for Attorney General, that's a high-profile role. You're running for governor, it's high-profile, I think. It's not so much about even the position. Sometimes it's about the candidate. And, you have to, when you walk into a room, we exchange information. He said, I'll be in touch. I didn't hear from him. You expect when you walk into a room, and in fact, he was introduced to me by Barbara McQuaid, the former U.S. attorney, who said, I'm supporting Pat Miles. But you would think that, Sam, if you walk into a room, and you say, well, here's Sam Riddle, here's Tracy, you need to get in touch with this individual. I'm not suggesting that he should get in touch with me. What I'm saying is that the conversation did not leave me with some sort of, I can't remember what we talked about. Let me put it that way.
No.
Well, you know what?
And I think we know not everybody's a Malcolm X. You can't be a Martin Luther King. You can be.
Wasn't looking for that. Barack Obama would suffice.
Right. So, but
He's
I'm
not
just
there.
saying,
He's not
there.
there.
But
there has to be counting ability.
check this out, though. I went to a political
He's a good guy. I
event.
saw him yesterday.
I went to a political event, and
Right.
all three of the Democrat Michigan Attorney General candidates were there: Pat Miles, Dana Nessel, and Bill Noakes. And you know what? The crowd responded to all three equally. Okay, there was nobody that really set the room on fire. But so I mean, it's still a little early. We'll see who picks up steam. Yeah. But I don't think you can rule out Pat Miles. He's running.
I'm not ruling out anyone. I'm just giving my assessment.
He'll be the Democratic nominee.
And then
it's wired. It's wired for him.
Yeah,
it's totally wired.
It's totally wired for him.
Yeah. He has the ability to raise money. He has the
I think what Pat Miles,
Hillary Clinton.
But what Pat Miles needs to start doing, he needs to start raising his voice. See, you can't just react, because I saw something on Facebook, that he posted that somebody said, somebody wrote a blog about him, misrepresenting his position on LGBT rights. I mean, who cares who write about a blog? I think what he needs to do is he needs to start raising his voice and stating clear where he sits on some of these national and local issues. We need to hear his voice clear on the Flint issue. Like he's running for Attorney General. Pat Miles should call a press conference and give us his take about how he feels about Flint, where he planned, but we've not seen that. So he needs to start doing that. And you can run a campaign on Facebook. There are folks that have done that and they've lost.
That's just a small part.
No, it's a big part, because in Grand Rapids, the police had pulled a gun on a young kid, and we never heard from Pat Miles, and he's from the Grand Rapids area.
Right.
And you want Detroit, you want the I-75 corridor?
No, well, I'm talking about social media. I'm talking about social media.
I'm talking about real people in Black Michigan.
I agree with you.
I'm talking about real people in Black Michigan.
And hold press conferences. Now, one thing that Pat Miles has talked about is how when he was U.S. Attorney General, he went after this Dr. Larry Nassar, okay? And now we have a sentence.
How many black folks care about that?
Well, let me say this
well,
about
here's a black folk that cares about it as a woman and cares about women's rights. Okay?
But let me say this. We also care about it. But look, I mean, come on. How many people are after Nassar? Not to minimize the grave things that he did.
Dead man walking.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, everybody's got a piece of him. Come on, give us some other issue.
Yeah.
You're talking about Nassar is not going to excite the vote for anybody.
Oh, no, that's just one part of it. But I'm just saying, that is a timely issue.
Pat Miles needs to start going big, and he needs to start increasing his voice on major issues. We need to hear what he thinks about some of the positions of the governor. That's what the Attorney General does. You issue opinions. We need to hear what Pat Miles thought about Detroit's bankruptcy. Would he have supported that? You know what I mean?
No,
the issues. We need to
say it, Banker.
The Flint water crisis. We need to know what he thinks about, other issues that are affecting the state. What about, the state raiding the education fund? I mean, there's a plethora of issues that the Attorney General can issue public opinion in. And some of these things, you can have a press conference and express your view. The media will show up and run with it. But reporters are looking to write stories.
These AG candidates have all been quiet. Dana Nessel had her big splash with that,
maybe they don't know how to work.
But that was it.
Maybe they don't know how to work.
Maybe they don't.
But, some reporters should ask, all of them, would the governor have been above the law? Would you have prosecuted for poisoning the people of Flint? People in your administration lied. When did you know? People are testifying that he knew. How come he's not being prosecuted?
Pat Miles, we should be hearing, Pat Miles should be writing opinion, op-ed columns in newspapers, telling us what he thinks about the Flint investigation, how he would have handled it, and if in fact he was the Attorney General, would he have recused himself? I don't even know what his position is on that issue.
And the fact that he graduated from Harvard means what to America's blackest and poorest city, where 80% of the children live below the poverty line in Detroit.
Well, some people will like it, the fact that Pat Miles is a friend of Barack Obama, and they may see in him the same potential that
hold your breath on that
country saw in Barack Obama.
It's going to take more than being a friend of Barack.
That's not even enough to discuss.
It's going to take more than being a friend. Hillary Clinton served as Secretary of State of Barack and lost the election.
Big time in Michigan.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.